What's up, guys? It's Leo, the video game guy. How you guys doing? I am here in my new place. I'm drinking some wine white from the bottle, obviously. I'm drinking. Dude, I so anyway, a little shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, Brittney Brombacher. God, I hope I said it right. Is it Brombacher? She has like over 16,000 subscribers. She has a huge fan base, and so as a little homage to her, hi friends! So, welcome to Leo's super sweet pickups. I am going to show you some movies and some video games that I scored out and about in the last couple months here in San Diego, California. So let's start with the video games, because that's obviously why you're subscribed to me, right? You are subscribed to me for the video games. God, that light is bright. Blah! Better. And there's... better. So let's start with some of the video game related items that I scored. I scored an original Nintendo NES Advantage, and I love the Nintendo NES Advantage because this kind of hits two nostalgic points. Nintendo, and this hits Ghostbusters.
Pilot controls are ready.
All right, it's getting late. It's almost midnight. Let's go, Venkman.
Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Ghostbusters for some strange, odd reason, having an NES Advantage is kind of like a must-have if you're a Nintendo and a Ghostbusters fan. Oh yeah, I think I've had a lot of wine. This is actually sealed, and this is Civilization 3 Complete. So I'm assuming this comes with like all the expansion packs. Yeah, 3 CD box that includes Civilization 3, Play the World, and Conquest. You guys know my favorite PC game of all time is obviously Empire Earth, and there's just this type of game. You know, it's Civilization, it's mining for resources, then you take those resources and you build stuff. This is kind of random and like unique, I've never seen before. How to win at Nintendo games. This has got to be from like the late 80s, early 90s. Okay, so it came out in 1988, and then there was like a revised edition that came out in 1989. I know Pat the NES Punk is rolling out his own Nintendo book, which I'm actually really excited for. I'm going to grab that. It includes Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2. It includes secret codes, hot strategies, page 48, chapter 11, Ghosts and Goblins. And there's just this whole, I guess, explanation of how to beat the game, or like how to be good at the game. Okay. You guys know I have a PS4, and I know everyone is not happy about No Man's Sky, but I picked up, thanks to my buddy Retro Game Players, I got No Man's Sky Limited Edition, and look, the reality is this, guys. The reality is this. I'm a fan of No Man's Sky. My expectations for No Man's Sky weren't so vast. They kind of buy this game because the hype is so vast and grand, and they're expecting something that they're not going to get. And with No Man's Sky, I'm just blown away by the sheer aspect that you can fly from the surface of a planet into the atmosphere and fly to another planet, however many millions of light years away, with no loading screens or anything like that. Just that alone is so epic to me that I can pop in No Man's Sky and just fly around in space and like mine for shit. It's a very lethargic experience. You fly into space with no loading screens and fly from planet to planet and discover different alien species and planetary species. I don't know, dude. It's just cool to me, and I like it for what it is. A couple other games, and then I'm going to show you some like Blu-rays and some like movies and stuff. Now, if you watched the latest, I think it was like a month ago, the Confessions of Video Game Seller, episode 33, I picked up these puppies for $2.50 each. I got Gauntlet Dark Legacy on the PlayStation 2. This is the black label. It does have the manual, and it is in pretty nice condition. It's not in excellent condition, but it's in pretty nice condition, I'd say. And then I picked up Dark Alliance 2 Baldur's Gate. This game is in very good condition, and it is complete with the manual. Star Wars Republic Commando on the original Xbox, complete. Is that even how you say it?
No life reading here.
And the disc is literally in mint condition, so this is like 100% complete. I'm gonna pop that in and see what all the fuss is about. So I'm gonna kind of move on to like the movies and stuff. Before I do that, I'm gonna drink a little more De Loach Vineyards Pinot Noir, 2015 California Heritage Reserve, right from the bottle. Cheers. You got a beer or something a little bit, more manly than a bottle of wine? Cheers, guys. I scored a little Nintendo 64 plastic case. Kind of cool. This is just kind of cool. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Back to the Future and Ghostbusters. Kind of cool to get that. I got that for $8. He wanted $10 at the swap meet. I said, will you take $8? So it's really cool to get this, and this is an original Charizard. This isn't a shadowless, but this is an original base set holographic Charizard. Pretty cool to get this. Trading the cards when I was like 13 years old, man. I was playing the original Pokemon games, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. I was like part of the original craze of Pokemon. Picked up Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition. I really enjoyed the beginning of the film, dude, like no joke. I was literally tearing up within the first 3 minutes of the film, and that's just like, yeah, whatever. The reality is this, dude, I'm just a fan of like the origin story of Batman, you know what I mean? So seeing all these different takes since the first 1989 film, and of course all the, all the comics and stuff, prior to that, but just kind of these visual film takes on Bruce Wayne's parents being murdered like right in front of his eyes, and this one was like real powerful to me. I also picked up a little stack of Batman animated features, and this is called Batman Arkham Asylum. This is a PG-13 film, and I haven't seen any of these. If you are a fan of any of these films, let me know what you think of them. This is Batman Bad Blood. I picked up part 2 of The Dark Knight Returns with the slipcover. I also got another PG-13 animated feature. This is Batman Under the Red Hood. Oh! Party foul. I see this out and about at the swap meet a lot. This is the Son of Batman. I always end up passing on it, but this time I figured, you know what, I was going to get it in a lot with these other Batman animated features. Vengeance runs in the blood. Before I forget, Adam Fuller, you were the winner of the Ghostbusters giveaway. Oh yeah, Adam Fuller. Don't forget, send me a message on YouTube and send me your info. I appreciate you being a fan and a subscriber. I got a collector's edition of Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon. Real cool to score this. This was his final film. It came out in 1973, and before his untimely death. If you haven't seen Enter the Dragon, you need to pop this in and watch it. I don't think, is it on Netflix? I don't think it is. I was also able to score Hatfields and McCoys.
I got you this time.
I actually haven't seen this. I've seen Tombstone. I've seen Wyatt Earp. I'm real excited to see Hatfields and McCoys. I know this was kind of a big deal when it came out in 2012 as a miniseries on television. I remember the promos for it. It was always like, Hatfield! McCoy! This is a VHS that has not been ported to Blu-ray or DVD, and this is called Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue.
Now you could say beat it, get lost, get out of my face with that stuff.
But that could be tactless. You may prefer cool, like this.
I'll catch you guys later, okay?
I've got too much homework. It's right.
I remember growing up with this VHS, and it was actually, a VHS against drugs. And it was kind of like all these like legendary cartoon all-stars, like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Alf. You had Slimer, literally Slimer from Ghostbusters. You had Kermit, you had the Smurfs, there's Tigger, Jim Carrey starring in The Mask.
See ya.
Okay. He had starred in some previous films you know, like Earth Girls Are Easy and Rubber Face, which was his first film, Once Bitten. This became the #1 highest money-making superhero movie of all time. It beat out Batman and Batman Returns when this movie came out, and kind of held that crown for a while because this actually is a superhero film. Masters of the Universe, dude, He-Man, I'm just a big fan of this movie. Skeletor, everything about this movie is nostalgic for me. I remember watching this movie when I was young. I mean, dude, young. This movie came out in 1987. So I also picked up Beyond the Mat. Now, this movie came out kind of at a time, like, this came out in the year 2000, man. Like, the internet was out, but this was out during a time before the internet was running rampant, where you could just find information at all times. And this is a movie that says literally the movie Vince McMahon doesn't want you to see. And the real reality is because this movie was about Terry Funk and Mick Foley and Jake the Snake Roberts mostly. I wish they had Jake the Snake on the front, not The Rock, because it was really about Jake the Snake. Man, this movie was deep, dude. I mean, for a time where you didn't know, like, you knew wrestling was fake during that time, but you didn't know, like, the reality of what these professional wrestlers were going through and the lifestyle, everything about it, dude. It took me so long to see this movie, and I finally watched it. Dude, That Fat Samurai guy, I was impressed by this, man, seriously. I also picked up one of my favorite movies of all time, The Monster Squad. Oh my god, dude, this is more nostalgic for me than almost anything. This movie came out in 1987. Imagine the Goonies meets horror movies. That's The Monster Squad. If you don't know anything about The Monster Squad, the Wolfman has nards. Yeah. Alright guys, so the grand finale, I picked up Phase 1 of Marvel, the Cinematic Universe. Oh yeah. Avengers Assembled Phase 1. This includes six Marvel films on Blu-ray, including Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America 1, and The Avengers, all in 3D. This puppy can go anywhere from $350 to $500 in peak times of the year, complete in box. I paid $120. I got a steal from my buddy down at the swap meet. Thank you. I'm so stoked for this. If you're a fan of the Avengers, check this out on eBay. You must be jealous. Dude, thank you guys so much for joining me. Tune in next time. We'll catch you guys. Peace!
Roadhouse.